So welcome back here to Championship Court as we regain ourselves here on Championship Court with our mixed doubles matchup.
Excited to get this match underway. Thanks for joining us on ESPN+. Dominic Catalano, Chad Edwards, AJ McCord here with you to call the action. Susanna Barr getting warmed up with her partner Brandon Lane, 46 years old, based out of Boise, Idaho, also a military veteran. There's Brandon Lane. Lane from Melbourne Beach, Florida, but the entire mom's side of his family watching us from Belize today. So shout out to the fam watching in Belize. On the other side of the net, you have Brendan Long and Yana Newell. There's Brendan, 34 years old, out of Naples, Florida. He and Yana playing in their first tournament together, and pretty entertaining how that came about. We'll get into it in just a minute. But Yana, 26 years old, out of Kansas City, Missouri, originally from Vladimir, Russia, about 100 miles outside of Moscow. So this is a really fun duo because primarily it's new for us to see these two teams matching up, but both of them doing great to work through any communication issues, any sort of chemistry, figure out each other's style of play to get right here to Championship Sunday. Dom, I'll give you the chance to first break down one of these teams and tell us what we're going to see.
So Susanna and Brandon, again, another new duo here this weekend. Two new duos here on Championship Sunday. But Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane, we're going to watch the setup here and what they're kind of trying to do. You're seeing those kind of drop shots as Susanna works the third and then the fifth, seeing their distance between each other. They're constantly near each other, but you're watching Brendan Lane cause commotion in the middle. So you're going to look for Susanna Barr to hit her drop shots. In that illustration, the third was high, but she gets the fifth, gets that fifth down, and when Lane kind of pinches that middle, it causes commotion in that middle and causes their opponents to try and be a little too perfect right there. So that's kind of what you're going to look for out of Barr and Lane.
And then on the other side, you have Brendan Long and Yana Newell, who, like I mentioned, playing in their first tournament together. What do you like about how you've seen their game develop throughout this tournament?
Lots of firepower. They're going to play with a lot of firepower, a lot of pace. They're going to look to create holes on their own, and that's going to come from their pace. You're going to watch here. Watch what they do here. You're going to see Yana Newell set up here. What she does, she puts pressure on the guy, keeps him back, and what she's doing, she's creating that lane in the middle by keeping him back and keeping him on his side. So you're going to look for Yana Newell and Brendan Lane. Long, my goodness, these guys, Long and Lane.
How many times are you going to screw this one
You
up?
guys, it's both of us.
Oh, I'm not. Long, Lane, Brandon.
Yep, who's who?
Do you want to...
Anyway, creating space in the middle and down the sidelines is what Long and Newell are going to look to do here in this gold medal matchup.
I was asking both Yana and Brendan what has been the favorite part of each other's game that they have been able to figure out throughout this tournament, and Yana said one of her favorite parts about playing with Brendan is just how big his serve is and how big his serve is, and she loves the way he is able to utilize the Ernie really well strategically. On the other side, Brendan says that Yana's game, he really likes her hard returns because it gives them a lot of openings, and so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out today. On the other side, Barr and Lane really just seem to be working together.
I'm just going to say, Long and Newell are hoping to not do what they did in the regular draw, and that was get absolutely destroyed in game 0.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, right off the bat, you see a good third shot drop there from Susanna Barr, creating an issue, and then that's what you get from Lane. Is a very hard drive. He's going to step into that drive if he's a step or two inside that baseline.
Oh, I'm not too sure if that ball was going to continue going wide, but Newell a little lucky catching the net cord there. You know, Newell and Long have a good combination of power. They're both able to really be aggressive. With Brendan Long, it's what we always talk about, that controlled aggression. The winners have to
Good recovery
Oh,
there.
just caught the outside of the line.
Jana Newell to get back in that point. Gets the ball just to dot that sideline.
Great
Well
defense.
done.
Great defense there from Jana Newell. Just putting that ball back in play anyway, anyhow.
That's not the aggression that... Well, we want that aggression out of Brendan Long. It just needs to
A controlled aggression.
dial down a little bit. Set himself up well with the first drive.
The closer he gets to the kitchen line, he's got to dial it down a little bit.
Oh, Susanna Barr right down the sideline. Beautifully placed forehand.
Yeah, good spot right there. And she's ready for this speed up and just keeps it short and compact and punches that down the line.
So it's a side out. Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane with an opportunity to extend their lead early on in game number 1.
Oh, excellent counter there from Brandon Lane. Just gets on top of that speed up from Long, but the defense from Long early on just to keep him in that point. Somehow got a paddle on the Barr speed up.
Not only a paddle, it was like a perfect reset. That's a great job by Long.
Just a little too open on the face of that volley there from Newell.
So it's a 4-1 lead. Susanna Barr with the serve.
I mean, that little inside out, and Chad, we've seen it for years now. If she's dialed in with that, it's trouble. Because not only is it inside out, it's inside out with pace. And she can jam people up with that if that ball's up. So Jana Newell got to keep that ball down. I want to see her keep that ball down at the right foot of Barr and put pressure on her.
As we celebrate Mother's Day here in Cincinnati, sending a special Mother's Day to Susanna Barr. Her son, Porter, watching mom compete for a gold medal back at home.
He just graduated yesterday.
Oh, so congratulations to Porter as
Yeah,
well.
big weekend. That's good ball right there from Brendan Long. Finds an opening in the middle. The key there is he doesn't hit it too hard. He rolls it, creates some shape, keeps that ball in.
6-1-2 for Lane serve.
Oh, my God. Oh, went for a little too much there on the earning. Kind of slowed everything down.
I think he went too early.
I think the timing was okay, but, you know, he thought it may have been dropping a little bit more than what he thought, so then he wasn't going to hit it as hard.
Oh, Jana Newell, get up for that one. Well done.
That's tough because that lob is technically over her left shoulder. She moved her body to get in a good position to hit that with her forehand. Great adjustment mid-air from Jana Newell.
1-7-1, the score for Brendan Long serve.
That's a good drop right there. 2 drops on the third and the fifth from Brendan Long.
Yeah, tough pickup from the toes. You heard the little shuffle steps with him trying to put the brakes on. Oh, she had the opening. Newell just getting on top of that one a little too much.
Some great defense from Newell and Long.
just 1-2 punch to get that ball down to the feet and a side out.
We saw Lane, Chad, early on in their matches with Barr, played a little tentative. It seemed like he played a lot better in the semifinal, even though they came out on the losing end. And right now, he seems to be playing very loose and with a lot of confidence. Oh.
Okay. That was just a sneaky little shot from Long there.
That's dirty.
Coming back towards our booth and saying, thinks it's there every time. Oh, that time.
Good touch there again. And what Long has been able to do there is Barr's has a little bit of a hesitation coming forward after that third, so really trying to get her on the run, force that pop-up.
You can see Brendan start to get pumped up here on his side of the court. Former professional poker player, but says he doesn't have to hide his emotions here on the pickleball courts. Makes it known when he and his partners start to feel like they find a rhythm, and they're certainly in one now. Yana Newell, beautifully placed ball, corner pocket.
Lane trying to come over and protect in the uncoil of the stack there, and Newell finding the space. Perfect backhand. Oh, and then taking one through the middle. This time, Lane stepping to the line to protect. And Newell just using the body to sell it. Nice ball through the middle. So 2 good winners there from Yana Newell.
5-7-1, the score for Newell's serve. Good step in there from Brandon Lane. Down the middle. Long lets it go. Newell can't get a paddle on it.
Not sure if that was Long letting it go because he thought it was going to be out, or if he was letting it go because
overran it a little bit.
Because it was going to be easier for Newell to hit too.
Instead, it's a second serve here for Brendan Long.
That's going to the well too early right there. She just did it, so it's fresh in the mind of Barr and Lane as Newell tries to go double up down that middle with that forehand. Hold it. You had it once. Hold it in your pocket a couple more. Show something different. Then go back. A little confusion there.
No, and I think that's a situation where Long just needs to let Newell take that ball. That's a ball he steps over and takes.
Right.
The ball out of the air, but the bouncing ball let Newell set him up rather than just stepping over and trying to push that.
8-5-2, the score for Susanna's serve. Oh, good pressuring there from Barr.
She almost made it look like she was going to go to the left hip of Brendan Long. And then she flips kind of middle at the feet of Yana Newell. So nice little disguise from Barr.
Excellent hands there again from Lane, closing the middle quickly.
And it sets up a game point opportunity here for Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane. Step in there from Long. So it's a side out instead of a game point. Brandon Lane and Susanna Barr playing in their first tournament together, but Dom, like you said, this chemistry is really starting to develop, and now they have one more point to close it out. But before they can do that, have to defend 2 serves here. Brendan Long gets him and his partner Yana Newell started.
Yeah, good spot right there. Reach in with the backhand. And again, Chad, too, it's from yesterday. Saw Lane get those backhands yesterday, but kind of just
push. Wasn't fully aggressive with it today. But now This is typically what happens right between men's doubles, mixed doubles. Mixed doubles, you feel like you can be a little bit freer, you can be a little more aggressive. Whereas in men's doubles, there are times where the guys play a little bit tentative at times, worried about the hands that are on the other side.
So another game point opportunity here for Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane.
Oh, almost with the left hand there from Barr, but a couple of big overheads from Long.
Second serve here, Brandon Lane with it. And into the net is Newell's forehand, and so it's game point. Game one goes the way of Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane. Game two of our mixed doubles gold medal match when we come back to the APP Vlasic Classic Cincinnati.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Managed ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
APP is sponsored by Gamma. Play to live, live to play. Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs. And Humana, official healthcare partner of the APP Tour.
What got me into pickleball is I was looking for something to do with my son on this cold February day in Boise, Idaho. And my son and I showed up at the local YMCA, and we sat outside in the car watching a YouTube video on how to play pickleball before we went in and got schooled by all the 6-year-old plus players. My son, he was 10 at the time, and he's still at the tournaments, and he's still supporting me now. He's actually the director of my YouTube channel. It's really amazing having my son on this journey with me, and I just love it. Probably my favorite memories are when he's courtside cheering for me, especially on a championship Sunday.
So happy Mother's Day to Susanna Barr, who has been raising the bar here on the APP Tour. Look at that. Compared to the other 3 players on the court with her right now, Susanna Barr has 43 medals to their combined 14, 19 gold medal matches to their combined 5, and 13 gold medals compared to their 1. So shout out to Susanna Barr for just the dominance that she has shown on the court here in the APP Tour. And
the other 1 gold medal is Brendan Long with Bobby Oshiro in mixed doubles in Daytona. Nice drive there from Lane, nice and aggressive, but keeping that ball nice and low as well.
1-0-1 for Susanna Barr's serve.
That was a better setup there from Newell. Takes that ball down the line to the backhand of Lane, and Long is there to put that one away.
Let's go!
Good set up there from Long again. This time pinching Barr to the middle, going back out wide, and I think that's the two sequences that Newell and Long have to use. One going behind Brandon Lane and then finding that left foot of Barr, and then pinch to the middle and pushing out wider on Barr.
Nice job of Lane getting big in the middle, and we're starting to see him develop, Chad, before our eyes as far as a mixed doubles player goes. He doesn't play much mixed doubles, and so him getting into this and getting this opportunity to play here today and this weekend has been huge.
And that's the sequence that Newell wants to stay out of. She's trying to go cross court with Barr right there. Barr establishes herself wide and then just sits and lets that ball come and puts more pressure and aggression going back on that forehand thing.
Forehand into the net from Brandon Lane. So it'll be a second serve here for Susanna Barr and Lane in game number 2 of our mixed doubles gold medal match.
Ooh, nice counter there from Jana Newell. Good read. She pinches nice and hard in the middle right there. Doesn't really have to do much with it. She uses Barr's pace.
Net cord. Pushing that ball out of bounds from Brendan Long.
What I do love out of Long is he's constant communicating. When he hits a good drop shot, he's telling Newell good, meaning go, get up, we got to put pressure on.
Oh, again, we've seen it multiple times here in games 1 and the start of game 2. Just how big of a take back Jana Newell has on that forehand.
She's got enough power, Chad. We've seen it time and time again. She doesn't need to be that big. She can be out in front and still create a ton of power.
2-0-1 for Lane serve. Defended around the post from Jana Newell, but Lane and Barr finish off the point.
Another good setup here. Barr steps over after Lane just lets that around the post develop. Another one.
Oh, wow.
Brandon Lane fired up with another successful around the post.
Getting a little worried. He's mean mugging us, Chad. As Brandon Lane comes back right there, he's staring at us. What did we do?
What did we do other than watch some really fantastic pickleball coming into play here? Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane up 4-0 here in this game number 2 of our mixed doubles gold medal match. Gives us a chance to take a little Tervis hydration break. So shout out to Tervis, keeping us hydrated all weekend long. It's always something that we talk about in pickleball.
Well, definitely needed today. So by my watch, it says it's like 68 degrees.
Okay.
But I think with the humidity, we're already close to 80.
And in here,
Yes.
there's not much air
We
movement
need to
in
stay
here.
hydrated.
We definitely need to stay
Not
hydrated
Out
in
there, even more so.
Yeah.
Exactly. So shout out to Tervis, making sure that we stay hydrated all weekend, all season long. We really appreciate you guys. So we were talking about Brandon Lane and how much experience Susanna Barr, his partner, has. This is Brandon's first championship Sunday here on the APP Tour. Most of the time, if Brandon is not on the pickleball courts, you can find him in the water. A big surfer is...
Is he a dolphin? Oh,
Surfer.
no. Sorry, that is Brendan Long.
Exactly. Brandon Lane is a surfer, though, and he from Florida, but like I mentioned, has family in Belize, and he actually has some pretty wild surf stories. Still thinks that he has a piece of shark tooth in his thumb from a bite that he suffered when he was 18 years old, and still plays with it just fine. He gets in the water all the time. We were talking the other day about some of his favorite breaks in Hawaii, and he surfs Waimea Bay at 16 to 20, which is... That's a very tall wave that he is out there surfing.
If I'm him, I'm not going, I think I have a piece of shark tooth. I'm going, I do.
Absolutely.
I do. It's there.
You claim
I
that.
know it. Challenge me.
You're not going to dig it out to find it.
No.
So shout out to Lane playing in his first championship Sunday, potentially with a shark tooth still in his thumb. Not hindering him here on the court. 4-0-2, the score in game number 2. Make it 5. Susanna Barr, great serve.
When we talk about aggressive serves, Susanna Barr definitely has one. And what happens, though, sometimes she misses it. But again, Chad, we talk about being aggressive on your serve. You have to.
Well, especially with side-out scoring. She's Emily Ackerman with a snag up in the crowd.
Look at you, Emily. Look at those hands.
Emily waving her hands to us over here in the booth because
we might get a piece of this one.
She did a great job catching the ball off the paddle of Lane.
But the swing from Newell on that one was much more compact with the backswing. And we saw just how much power came out of it.
I think we saw Ben Newell, her husband, talking to her in between. Ben, a student of the game, I guarantee you Ben is noticing that and telling her, hey, shorten up, stay short and sweet, and you can still do a lot with the ball.
Yeah! There are a few couples who met playing pickleball here on the APP Tour. Not so much. For Ben and Yana, they met playing disc golf. That's where she fell in love with him, was on a disc golf course.
You're going to say disco.
No,
at a disco.
That would be cool. Disc golf course. So a side out here, Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane with a 5-0 lead in game number 2. They took game 1 11-5, so they can win the gold medal match if they win this second game.
I'm just more and more impressed with the way Lane is playing his resets right now. He's not attacking unnecessarily. His resets are great, and then he's creating attacks off of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not pickleball. He's not feeling any pressure. Good job, Dom.
It's on me.
Oh, my goodness. Every
Soon
time
as you
you've
say
given
it.
somebody
3.
a compliment, they've dumped the next one into
3
the
for
net.
3 today.
But
you
no,
are.
in all fairness, Lane is playing very loose right now and just playing the ball that's given. He's not trying to do too much. He's not trying to overpress.
And then Susanna Barr comes in with a shot like that, just so well placed, right out of the reach of the paddle, at the toes.
Crafty.
So crafty.
Crafty.
There's a reason she has as many gold medals as she does on the APP Tour.
You say crafty veteran on a pickleball court and from the Army. So it kind of works twofold.
So Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane have not held the ball this entire second game, but they have held their opponents scoreless. How have they done that on each of the service sides?
They've really found the feet when they needed to. They've jammed up Long and Newell enough. again from Susanna Barr. And again, it all stemmed from a nice lob up over the top of Brendan Long. And then again, Lane reset at the right time. Didn't try and attack that ball out wide to his backhand.
Sneaky Susanna on those last few plays.
Go!
Just went out, but how many balls does Long and Newell have to hit to get it through Barr and Lane?
Some great digs in there by both teams. Long and Newell coming up on the right side of that point. Big overhead from Brendan Long to get the ball back on their side.
I think that one there was potentially going out, but so much pace on it, you're trying to react. Hard to hold the key, or just drop the paddle.
Ooh, off the tape right there. Nice spot there from Yana Newell, going speed up at the right hip of Brandon Lane.
So Newell and Long get on the board here in game number 2. One they must win if they want to force a decisive game 3.
Oh, Newell almost recovers after she got
Newell
pulled. She's basically sitting on the chair on the sideline. Comes all the way back into play.
She could have used the boards like they do in boxing sometimes, bounce off of it.
Yeah, boards like in or the
hockey.
ropes,
There
or like
you
the
go.
boards in hockey.
Exactly.
Use it as a spring.
Newell just hasn't been able to find a consistent rhythm in game 1 or here in game 2. Balls are getting on her a little too quickly, getting a little too deep and close to the body. Oh, it's in.
Lane leaving that dink just a little short.
I was just going to say, somehow Brendan Long kept that ball in, just found the sideline after the attack from Lane.
Wow, Brandon
disgusting.
Lane, filthy with it. The deep lob and then the soft dink.
Is it the osmosis that when you play with Susanna Barr, all of a sudden you become a lobber? Because that was dirty. That was as good as any right there. But it wasn't only the lob, it was the drop shot back. Brendan Long couldn't even get a paddle on it.
Susanna Barr pulls him out wide, but Brendan Long with the around the post. Textbook execution from Long.
Wasn't even looking. Wasn't even looking. He's pulled way out of position. Wasn't even looking for it. Beautifully done by Long. That's just knowing where you are on the court. But again, now what did we see there? We saw Long and Newell switch sides. We saw this the other day when they played. They put Yana Newell on the left and changed things up for the better for them.
Such a good observation, Dom, as Newell and Long get their second point of this second game. Still trail by 6, but on their first serve still.
Couple of nice drives there from Newell, starting to put the pressure on.
3-8-1, the score for long serve. And don't look now, but Brendan Long and Yana Newell finding a little bit of a rhythm here in game 2, putting together a little 3-0 run.
There, it picked up the pace of the game.
Cuts Barr and Lane's lead down to just 4 points.
Just got on his feet, didn't get his feet out of the way, trying to short hop that. That's a tough ball to just get back up over and reset.
4-8-2 for Newell. Sideline.
That was almost out ball to out ball right there.
Unbelievable.
Defense there from Long and Newell. Lane just trying to do a little too much with that put away. Dumps it straight into the net. Surprised we haven't seen a timeout yet from Barr and Lane. Just wide again. Good pressure from Newell and Long. Now we get a timeout.
As Newell and Long have gone on a run here in this second game. They trail by 1, and this moment from Brendan Long, a part of it. It's time for our Fulfill Raising the Bar moment of the match. Are you kidding me? Brendan Long, textbook, around the post for the winner.
Yeah, that ball was already behind him, past him and behind him. Shapes it back in. Pretty good shot, just like those fulfill bars are pretty dang good as well.
Those are so good.
They are. They really are.
We've eaten a few of them this week.
It's been great.
Every other week.
Keeping us fueled inside the booth here. As the timeout called on the court by Barr and Lane, because it's a 6-0 run that Newell and Long have put together here in game number 2. At one point, it was an 8-1 lead for Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane. What did Newell and Long do, Dom, to get their rhythm back?
Well, again, it's about changing things up. They put Yana Newell on the left. Now it's face up on Susanna Barr. They've just caused some confusion right now. And what Lane and Barr need to do is get it back under control. Again, guys in mixed doubles get so proud that I have to play the left. Long is not right now, and he's figured it out.
Yana Newell is a very good left side player. Nice combo there from Newell as well. Now, don't forget, she's a good left side player in women's doubles, but she has predominantly played mixed doubles with husband Ben Newell, who is left-handed, so she is quite used to that female being in front. We're going to go with another switch.
Oh, we're going with the switch, and they're going to take...
So now we're going back female cross-court.
Oh, wow. It's a chess match out here at 8-8 in game 2.
Susanna Barr with the ball and a chance to regain the lead.
Oh, can't miss that. Can't miss that there. That was a tight drop.
Yes.
8-8-2 for Brandon Lane.
defense again from Long and Newell. Now, I would be lying if I said I'm surprised that Long and Newell are back in game 2. But if you remember back to our quarterfinals and our semifinals, they lost game 1 quite convincingly. They were down in game 2. They came back and won games 2 and 3.
I was asking them about that because they know better than anybody how badly they lost those game 1s in the quarters and the semis. And they said they've regrouped by really trying to have communication in between games 1 and 2, figure out what did we do wrong, how can we learn from this moment. It worked out for them in the quarters and the semis. They're hoping that third time is also the same result here in the gold medal match.
Definite momentum switch on the side of Newell and Long, and a perfect placement there from Brendan Long, pulling Barr to the middle, opening up that sideline.
It is the first lead for Yana Newell and Brendan Long in this second game. Could not have come at a more opportune time as they sit just 2 points away from taking game 2 and forcing us to a third game.
Oh, Newell is almost like she got hesitant. She didn't know what she wanted to do with that. I'd like to see her just let that ball bounce, stay in the point. She reached just a little too far. That is a much-needed side out for Barr and Lane as this 8-0 run. Wow.
Miss return. Can't have that.
Oh.
So it's a tie game yet again.
Good spot there from Brendan Long, going right through the shins of Brandon Lane. Huge point right here for both sides.
Massive. We always talk about, of course, you want to win every point, but this 9th one is so important because you must win by 2. And so for Susanna and Brandon, they would like to obviously finish the game on this service side, but at least get that 10th point so that it brings in that win by 2 to play for Long and Newell if they get the ball back on their side.
Oh,
hesitation there on the speed up and that flick from Lane. You know, we commended him on playing loose about 7 points ago. Now he's a little bit tighter.
And a timeout called on the court. I believe it was an offensive one taken by Yana Newell and Brendan Long as they want a moment here because they have clawed their way back, trailed 8-1, and now it is a 8-1 run for Newell and Long here in this second game to get themselves back in it. Dom, what has impressed you most about the way they have done that?
Well, again, right now they've played more consistent. They've been willing to change things up and put Yana Newell on that left-hand side. You know, Long swallowing the pride of saying, I got to play the left because I'm the male. He does not. He sits and says, hey, let's go. We'll put you face up on Susanna Barr, change things up. It hasn't been Barr and Newell challenging each other, but it's been moving the ball in and out and going everywhere they want with the ball, moving that ball around.
I was talking with Long and Newell about how this partnership came to be here in Cincinnati. It's not the first time that Brendan Long has asked to play with Yana Newell, but she is such a good mixed doubles partner. When Long reached out to her husband, Ben, because he didn't have Yana's number, he said, nope, she is locked up for the rest of the season. Sorry about it. And then last minute, she became available for Cincinnati, and it was actually Yana who noticed that Brendan wasn't paired up with anybody, and immediately she said, I would like to partner up with you in Cincinnati, and let's see how it goes. So far, working out very well for the new partnership.
Who was she locked in with?
That's a good question.
So Brendan Long and Yana Newell with a chance to take the lead here in game number 2.
Nice spot there from Lane, finding the toes of Long.
Susanna Barr, get big for the forehand winner.
That was not a committed speed up right there from Newell.
From where I was, Lane was in my way. I didn't see Newell.
It was not a committed speed up from Newell. Just kind of reached in and pushed it. Barr sitting all over the forehand.
You can hear Brandon Lane getting fired up because it's a championship point opportunity. In our mixed doubles gold medal match, Brandon Lane, Susanna Barr can win it here.
Spot there from Lane to clinch it. You go from facing 7 match points in the round of 16 and the quarterfinals to taking the gold here on Championship Sunday.
Brandon Lane and Susanna Barr are golden here in Cincinnati. For Lane, it is his first gold medal here on the APP Tour. Couldn't be more excited to win it with Susanna Barr. We're going to hear from the duo when we come back to Cincinnati.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
To be clear, Fulfill is a protein bar, not a candy bar. Don't let its creamy, chocolatey goodness confuse you, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You saw nothing.
I saw nothing.
Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar.
The APP is sponsored by LS, official on-court apparel of the APP Tour. C&D Nets, the highest quality nets made in the USA. And Tervis, the original insulated tumbler.
Well, Chad, the mothers are 3 for 3 today, taking gold medals. Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane on top of their game.
It's Mother's Day, so why not? It's a good day to be a mom right now. But like I said, 2 match points in the round of 16 they fought off. 5 in the quarterfinals.
Cardiac kids
somehow come out here. But Brandon Lane played phenomenal. Susanna Barr set him up perfectly. We'll throw it down to AJ McCord, who's courtside for our Franklin post-match interview.
Congratulations, Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane. So excited to win this gold medal here in Cincinnati. Susanna, it's Mother's Day. I got to start with you. What does it mean to you to take home the gold medal with Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, it means so much. I mean, obviously, I'm missing my son today, and as I said earlier, missing his graduation as well, to be here. So it definitely meant a lot to do this, and Brandon's been an awesome partner, so it's been fun.
Brandon, the emotion is written all over your face. Your first gold medal here on the APP Tour. How are you feeling?
I'm frothing. I'm like, this is a mental moment right now. I'm just so excited to be here. Great job, Yana and Brendan. Had me worried here in the second, man. I was like, all right, let's settle in. Let's get it going. Great competition out here. Really enjoyed it. Just want to shout out all the moms out here today. Shout out my grandma, my mom back home watching. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So love everyone. Susanna, mom here. That's some mom powers out here today. Loving the moment. Fired up. I'm stoked. Let's do it.
Susanna, not just mom power, but veteran power out here as well. You have won gold medals in mixed doubles on the APP Tour a time or two. How did that experience come into play?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, as they started coming back in that second game, they played great. I told him we're switching. He was like, what? And I'm like, we're switching. And it stopped him one time. And, so some of those veteran things are in there.
Brandon, how much did that experience help you in this match?
The whole tournament, she's been like, hey, do this, do that. I'm like, hey, I'm going to listen to you, all right? Because I'm still new out here. But, I got to listen to Barr, man. Even on Mother's Day, she makes the rule. So I'm stoked.
Yes, she does. Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane taking home the gold medal in mixed doubles from the APP Vlasic Classic Cincinnati.
All right, well, Chad, as you heard, Brandon Lane is frothing with excitement here on Championship Sunday for his first gold medal. Congratulations to him and Susanna Barr.
I mean, it's not hard to tell that he's a surfer, and he's interviewed right there, too.
Yeah, bro.
I'm
stoked. I'm totally stoked.
Love the guy. He played fantastic.
Can't get many waves on the Ohio River, though. But congratulations, Susanna Barr and Brandon Lane, your mixed doubles gold medalists here at the APP Vlasic Classic Cincinnati. Next up, men's pro doubles here on Championship Court.